Now, ethical sales practices. These are things that CMS has come out with. No discrimination based on race, gender, age, or health status. No misrepresentation. Clearly explain plan coverage limitations and premiums. Prioritize consumer needs, not broker commissions when you are recommending plans. And respect CMS and consumer consent regulations. Make sure you are getting consent. Privacy and data security. Comply with HIPAA and federal privacy laws. Securely store and protect personal health information. And collect only the necessary data for an enrollment. These are super important. You want to make sure that you're protecting your consumers' data, and in doing so, you're protecting yourself as an agent or broker. Big thing being, make sure that information is stored securely and that you're not gathering information you don't need for the enrollment. And always follow HIPAA. Now, key consents and disclosures. This is going to be for enrollment consent and requirement. Keep in mind this would be more of a telesales or over the phone type arrangement, whether this be not over the phone, you're in person, in office, in home. These things still matter. It just, you may need to record it differently. First, consent for a marketplace search. You do need the consumer's verbal agreement if it's a recorded phone line, if not a wet signature. Consent to assist with the application as their agent of record. That is different from searching them. You do need permission to assist them and become an agent of record if they already have an application. Instructions for how they can withdraw consent. They need to know how they would take consent away if they ever choose to do so. You need to give a clear disclosure of your role and any financial incentives. We will touch on that later, what that means. Required tax attestation. This needs to be read to them. They need to agree and understand. You do need their consent to sign and submit their application. Beyond that, you need to review their eligibility notice with the client, read it to them. Say, Mr. Johnson, looks like you are eligible to enroll in a marketplace plan. You do qualify for a special enrollment period, sir. This is what your enrollment period is, what generated it, whether he moved, he lost qualifying coverage. Make sure you tell them why they are eligible in the time if it's not open enrollment. And beyond that, you need to share with them the premium tax credit they qualify for and if they want to use some or all or none. Lastly, the necessary commission disclosure from agent to client. This is something that United Healthcare actually sent an email out. Ooh, I can't give you an exact date. However, you are supposed to be letting the person you are enrolling know that you or your agency are entitled to commission up to a certain rate based off of working with this client and consumer, and just let them know, hey, I need to tell you this for compliance reasons, but I, as an agent assisting you with your application, may receive up to X amount per enrollment per month. Now, as far as client assistance responsibilities go with that enrollment, you need to assist clients with eligibility. So make sure, you know, there is a proper SEP if it's the SEP. If not, make sure that you are doing the application correctly during open enrollment. That's going to be, you know, just making sure address is correct in there, make sure their income, all of the things on an application that you would do normally. Just make sure that you're doing it thoroughly. Don't rush through these. Take your time with the client. Okay, you need to process applications through an approved EDE platform or state-based exchange portal. Most commonly would be like Health Sherpa. So if you're already in the space, Health Sherpa is a great tool to use. If you're not in this space, I'd recommend setting up a Health Sherpa account just because that's one of the most commonly used EDE platforms that branches off of the healthcare.gov. Guide clients on the premium tax credit and cost share reduction eligibility if applicable. So if they do qualify for a premium tax credit, let them know what it is, let them know how it works. Be clear. The biggest thing with CMS is that we're clear and can make sure people understand, the consumers know what we're talking about. And then this cost share reduction eligibility, same thing. Let them know what it is. If they qualify, obviously if they don't qualify, that's a different story. Provide help in person or virtually. So you are able to assist over the phone, over Zoom. You are able to assist in person. Just make sure all consent is documented and stored. That does need to be stored up to 10 years. So keep that in mind. Any consent you have, you do need to hold on to that for 10 years. Now, ensure the client is involved in the application process. This is a tough one that we see. Clients a lot of times just assume that agents assume that the client knows what they're talking about. Hey, this is the best plan for you, Mr. Johnson. I recommend this. Let's do this. And you kind of rush through it. The client needs to be just as involved as you are. Of course, do your job, help them understand what is what, give them the best options. But that client needs to be involved. They need to be the ones who ultimately choose their plan. They need to be the ones who give consent to submit that plan. So please, 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 can't stress that enough. Don't blaze through this without involving your client. Because that it just does build trust. Depending on the client, obviously, some like you to just do it for them, but they need to be involved up to the level that they want to be. The other thing is sometimes this will raise concerns or complaints later on saying, oh, he went so fast through it or she went so fast through it. I don't even remember what they did. I wish I would have taken time and not chosen this plan. So just make sure the client's involved. End of story there.